Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so excited to be back. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but I'm so excited that this is the video I'm coming back with. I'm doing a collab today with Danetra of TheFoxyMisfitPlans. I'll link her YouTube and her Instagram down below, so go follow her, go subscribe, go watch her video as well. But we bonded over our love for makeup and found a makeup themed kit and decided we're gonna plan with the same kit and actually answer the same makeup questions from the 21 makeup questions tag. So I will link, or I won't link the tag, but I'll put the questions down below if you guys want to answer them as well. I'd love to hear. And if you want to make your own makeup themed planner video answering those questions, I officially tag you. So the kit that we're both going to be using is from, I believe it's called LynnerDesigns, L-Y-N-N-E-R. I will link it down below as well. This kit is called Glow Girl. Please don't judge my horrible cutting job with these. I got a little bit hyper with my paper cutter, and the stickers should all be cut fine. It's just the pages that I cut out a little wonky. So yeah, I'm so excited to be planning with this kit. This is also my first video in my Planning Roses planner. That is the planner that I use to pre-plan, and if you're interested, she still has them listed in her shop. I think a couple of the colorways are sold out, and unfortunately I do think this black with the coil is sold out, but she does have other colors in the coil as well as other style. She has one like notebook style in her shop. So I'm going to be pre-planning for the week of the 15th through the 21st, I believe, but you won't really hear me talking about my plan. So if you have any questions, I don't think I'm going to be using any maybe stickers other than the ones in that kit that I just showed you. But I am going to go ahead and hand you off to the voiceover to talk about some makeup questions, and let's get into it. Okay guys, so let's get started with this makeup questions tag. The first question is, what is the oldest makeup product in your collection? And I had to actually dig around in my makeup storage to determine this, and I think it is a NARS single eyeshadow in the color Daphne, which is this super bright purple. I remember buying at a makeup store that used to be from walking distance from my house. It was like in the clearance section. I had to be in like 9th grade and just kind of wanted to buy something. And I still struggled to incorporate it in my looks because it is just so bright, but it is very beautiful. The next question is, what is your most recent makeup purchase? Mine, I actually purchased today. ColourPop came out with their like sort of collab with Animal Crossing, and I bought the entire collection because I'm crazy and I love Animal Crossing and I love makeup, so it was perfect, and that was my Valentine's Day gift to myself. Number 3, what is the first makeup product you ever used? I danced as a kid, so even like when I was 3 years old and we had recitals, I wore makeup for those, so I don't really remember that, but the first makeup product I remember putting on myself was actually my mom's, and it was like a little Estee Lauder compact powder to cover up my acne when I was probably in like 5th or 6th grade, and my mother's skin tone is at least 4 shades darker than mine, so I'm sure it was so obvious that I had that on, and I didn't even put it all over my face. It was just like in the spot where I needed to cover, but that was the first makeup product I've used. Number 4, what is a makeup trend that you used to love but now you hate? Hate is a strong word, and I have to preface this with, this is how I feel about this trend on myself, and it's the really bold, drawn-in brows. Now, there are women and men who can pull this off and just slay and make it look amazing. I am not one of those people. I look back at photos of me where I've over drawn in my eyebrows and just cringe. So that is definitely a trend that I can pass up on now. And then the reverse of that, what is a makeup trend that you used to hate but now you love? Honestly, contouring. I resisted for so long because I thought that being overly pale. Like, that wasn't something that I could do, which now understanding what contouring is actually for and understanding like shade ranges and stuff, like obviously I can do that, but I resisted it for so long and now I feel like it just makes such a polished, finished makeup look. I'm sorry if you can hear my neighbor's dogs barking outside. I hope you can't, but they're very loud. The next question is, what is your favorite step in your makeup routine? So I have two answers to this because I love doing eyeshadow. I love creating different eyeshadow looks. That's my favorite step to do. But in terms of like my favorite step in the routine that really just like brings the look together, makes me feel fresh faced, is actually blush. And I really didn't care for blush for a long time. I remember in high school thinking it was like kind of for old ladies. But I would wear it, but I just didn't really care about it. And now I love a good blush. A good blush color just does everything for me. Next, what is a makeup product you can't live without? Honestly, probably concealer. I still definitely struggle with acne prone skin, and if I'm gonna go out, I mean, I definitely go out without any makeup on, especially now that I can wear a mask over half my face. But, if I had to go somewhere somewhat important and I could only have one makeup product, that's probably what it would be, because I just feel so much better with a little bit of concealer. The next question is, what sparked your love for makeup? Honestly, YouTube. I really wish I could remember how, but I don't remember how I discovered makeup videos on YouTube, but I was probably in like 7th or 8th grade when I started watching makeup videos, and I just became so hooked. I loved watching them. I loved doing my own makeup from then on. I was like, we only had one computer. I obviously didn't really have my own. Well, I guess that's not obvious these days, but so I would just hog our family computer watching makeup videos. Like, I just adored it. Next is, what is the worst makeup look you've ever done? So, going back to the eyebrow trend, I can't think of like one single look where I'm like, this entire look was awful, but if I look back at pictures of myself and like notice something is like, it's always the eyebrows. I've been through so many phases with my eyebrows, from not filling them in at all to overly filling them in. I feel like I'm in a good spot now, but who knows, maybe I'll look back in 5 years and think, girl, what were you doing? But that's kind of what I would have to have my answer for this question be. The next question is, what is your favorite makeup look you've ever done? And for that, I would have to say, again, focusing on the eyeshadow. I'm a big eyeshadow person. And I think it would have to be an eyeshadow look I did. Honestly, I put it on TikTok. It's not up anymore. I privated all those videos, unfortunately, but it was with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, and it just brought together colors I wouldn't have thought to use. And I've done a similar look probably like a year before that I got complimented on at work a bunch, and so definitely that just comes to mind as my favorite. Next, what is your favorite drugstore makeup product? Honestly, mine is probably, and I never know exactly what counts as drugstore, like, is it the price range? Is it like you can walk into a CVS and just buy one? So mine is from Makeup Revolution, which is becoming more available. I noticed it's in Target now. But their Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation, it's the one with like the big doe foot applicator. It looks like a giant concealer. That foundation just always makes my skin look so great. Like, if I'm doing anything important, if I'm going to be in pictures, anything, that's the foundation that's going on my skin, and it is not expensive, so that's really nice. Next, we have your favorite splurge makeup product. So, again, splurge has a weird definition here. Like, I don't have any luxury makeup products, like, even like Charlotte Tilbury or Pat McGrath or Tom Ford. Like, I don't have anything in that price range, so I just kind of took it as like higher end. And this is not a makeup product that honestly costs that much, but it's my favorite higher end makeup product that I have right now, and it's from Rare Beauty, and it's their blush in Bliss. I don't know if there's like a certain kind of blush, if it's like what it's called, but it's a cream blush, which I normally do not go for at all, but it is so beautiful and is so natural on the skin, and I super duper love it, and that would have to be my favorite. Next is, what is your most repurchased makeup product? And honestly, for me, it's Tarte Shape Tape. I know so many people think that concealer is so overrated and they found so many better ones, but I just can't get past it. I love that concealer. I love, did I say foundation before? I'm not sure. I'm going crazy. um, it's like the perfect coverage for me. It's not too heavy. I've tried a lot of the dupes, like the e.l.f. concealer, which is great, but it's so heavy to me, and the Tarte Shape Tape just is not. So that is truly my most repurchased. I've probably purchased like 4 or 5, which is a lot for me because I'm not a big makeup repurchaser for the most part. Even if I really love something, I just want to try something new. So, but that's one I just always come back to. Next is, what is the most, or sorry, I'm skipping way ahead. What is your earliest makeup memory? So that's a good question, and I think I have a couple. First, I would say I have memories of being, I think, in 7th or 8th grade, and really getting into makeup and clearing out a spot on my bookshelf to like set all my makeup out. And I would like probably have 5 products or something, but I would get so inspired by all these makeup collection videos and always want to reorganize my makeup collection, which took me probably 4 minutes because I had no makeup at that point. But I just always remember like looking through my makeup collection and switching it up. The other memory I have is, again, our family, we had one computer, it was in our basement, and I was hogging it all the time to watch makeup videos, and I specifically remember watching COLLAB, which I don't even think she makes makeup videos anymore at all. But I loved watching her videos, and I remember it being like summer vacation, just chilling down there, watching her videos, eating chocolate-covered pretzels, and drinking, what is that called? The stuff that you pour into water, and you shake up the water, and it's flavored. Yeah, I'm not going to think of it. You guys know what I'm talking about. But drinking one of those, simply the best. Next is, what is your favorite place to shop for makeup? Honestly, I love shopping for makeup at places like Marshalls and TJ Maxx because you just never know what you're going to find there. It's always a surprise. It's not like you're overwhelmed with all these options. And typically, I have so much makeup that I'm not looking for a specific product that I need. It's more like I just want to buy something new, and so those types of places are really fun. And then also, you usually get stuff cheaper there, which is nice. Let's see. Next, what is the most underrated makeup product you own? Underrated, probably. Okay, so I own, I think, almost all of the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight palettes. I think most of them are kind of like these square, like 6-pan palettes. And I think they are so beautiful. And I never hear anyone talking about them. I don't know if they're just like old now but I never felt like I really did before. But they're super beautiful, and I think they're super underrated. What is the most overrated makeup product you own? So this is going to be confusing because I do really like this product. I just don't think it's the miracle worker that everybody thinks it is. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Powder. I like it. I think it's great, but I feel like people think that it like cures cancer, and I still have an oily face at the end of the day if I wear it. But that happens to me with every powder, so I don't know if it's me or the powder, but I think it's just a little bit overrated. What is a discontinued makeup product you wish would come back? Honestly, Benefit's Bella Bomba blush. I adored that blush. That's probably the only blush I've used the entire box. Well, Benefits come in boxes, but the entire pan, and repurchased. And I loved it. And I never use it anymore, A, because mine's getting kind of old, and B, because I never want to use it up. Now, number 19, where do you go for makeup inspiration? YouTube and TikTok all the way. I love scrolling through TikTok and just looking at different looks people do, even if oftentimes it's something kind of crazy that I may not be able to do myself, but it gives me a little bit of inspiration, or even just inspiration to do makeup again and love it. And then with YouTube, there are some, beauty creators I love watching, but for the most part, I love like sitting down to do my makeup, pulling out one of my palettes that I want to use, and just searching into YouTube like the name of the palette and tutorial, and I'll just kind of like wing it and go with whatever video and follow that tutorial and see how it ends up. I think that's so fun and it keeps me super inspired. Next, what do you hope to see less of in makeup's future? Less of definitely just, I feel like we're getting so caught up on gimmicky products that are like glittery, limited edition, smells like 4 different fruits. Like, I want more like classic, timeless, beautiful kinds of products, whereas I feel like, and this is coming from the girl that just bought a whole collection of Animal Crossing makeup, so take this with a grain of salt, but for the most part, I'm kind of over the whole flashy overspray, new releases every week, and I just kind of want a brand that just has their tried and true classic products that they can stand by, they, withstand the test of time, they're not going to be discontinued in the next week, and, people can try them and love them and share them. Don't share your makeup products, but, like share that they enjoy them. Y'all know what I'm saying. But I think that's what I want less of, is just that limited edition. It's almost like fast fashion, but for makeup. Don't want that anymore. And then the last question is, what do I hope to see more of in makeup's future? And honestly, so my mom is very into perfume, and I feel like there's such a story behind different perfumes, like whether it's the person who makes them or the people who wear them, or they just kind of make up a story to go along with the scents. I think that is so cool. I guess because I'm a writer, I love when things come with a story, and I just think it would be really cool if more makeup collections were like themed, but not in a gimmicky way, like really told a story, like you felt like you were getting like a library of different things. I don't know if that's making any sense, but just more unique theming, I guess, or branding. And I think that would be really cool. I think that would put a fun twist on makeup, and I think just continuing to see different faces in makeup, just like in fashion, women of all colors, sexualities, gender, wherever you are on the gender spectrum. So I guess saying women, isn't even inclusive of that, but, more handicapped women, or just different faces, I guess, more than just what we're used to seeing. I would love to see more of in makeup's future. So that's about it for this tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am so excited to have done my very first collab video. Like I said, go watch TheFoxyMisfitPlans down in my description box. I will link her video down below. Danetra, thank you so much for collabing with me. This was such a fun idea, and I hope to do more collabs in the future. Thanks, guys. Bye.